All right, Shalom. We the brothers of Great Millstone, the Church of Birmingham, Alabama, and as always, want to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash.
Double honors to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, much due honors and respect to the sincere brethren out there that's also laboring in his work, continually pushing out this gospel in all truth, faith, and sincerity. So yeah, we back in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. As you can see, we got special guests with us, the brothers from Nashville, came down to break bread and fellowship. What does you brothers introduce yourself?
Brother Yakar, Brother Malachi.
Yeah. So the Lord allowed, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, the brothers come down and build. And the spirit jumped on us to go into this topic, concerning the sense of urgency that surrounds this gospel, man. Okay, this doctrine is not going to be, out, and accessible forever, man. Why? Because this word is precious, man. When you consider anything that's perceived to have value, right? You might have a collector's item, a Rolex watch, a limited edition car, or a certain relic or artifact in a museum, and it might be on display, but it'll be out for a limited time. Why? Because it's precious. You Jakes, you think that this truth is just going to be out, for you to just gloss over, make your little points here and there, and it's going to be there for you. No, man. This truth. Matter of fact, give me that. What's that? 1 Samuel, the 3rd chapter.
Precious in that.
Yep. Yeah, get that real quick. Because it's like you have a certain kind of showroom flow, right? It's not there forever. It's there for a limited time, and at some point they pull it back. Why? Because it's precious, and that's the time we in concerning His word, man. See? So go ahead,
in 1 Samuel chapter 1, it's like in chapter 3, 1. It said, "And the child Samuel ministered unto the Lord before Eli, and the word of the Lord was precious in those days."
See, and the word of the Lord was precious in those days, insinuating what? That there was a time where the word wasn't accessible. But now we're in a time where the floodgates is open. This word is accessible, man. Matter of fact, give me Proverbs, the 1st chapter real quick, huh? Right now, the Lord is extending a peace offering, if you will, man. And it's in the form of this word being on display. The Lord have gave you access to that pipeline, the way to return to your power, man. And it's solely based upon His word. See? So this is a monumental moment. This is not just some damn barbershop talk, man.
Right.
All right, because in this Western modern world, they condition your mind to believe what? That we can agree to disagree. No, man. This is a decree from Yahweh Shai, man, that has come down on the planet Earth, man. And you got to get with it or not. It's no in between, no gray area. Either you with us or you against us. That's the mentality of Yahweh Shai. And it's not up for debate. Like, You have your own opinion. It's a penalty for not believing in His word, man.
Right.
Straight up, it's a penalty come along with that. Can't say, well, you know what, I don't believe. Lord said, you know what, just go your way, man. No, man. You're going to be destroyed. All right, so go ahead.
Quick definition for that word precious.
Come on.
First Samuel.
Beautiful.
It says, this is precious. Strong's H 3368. It says your car. It says valuable, prize.
Ooh, valuable. That's why when you read the parable of the certain merchant, he was seeking pearls of great value. That was dealing with understanding, man. We briefly touched on that at camp yesterday, how the principal and chief things of life is ultimately this knowledge, man. Because everybody looking for the answers. So this is precious and valuable. Go ahead,
It says prized,
Woo.
weighty,
Mm.
precious, rare.
Oh, weighty. Because there's a saying in the world, heavy is the head that wear the crown. So this knowledge is certain conditions that come along with having this knowledge. You know, you plague, you know, you have dreams, you have vision, you have thoughts, you know, you have doubts. You know? Go ahead, up.
It says precious, rare,
Woo,
splendid.
rare. Because, hey, that's beautiful. That's bad right there. Because when you consider our people, when you go back, you had these certain movements, right? The civil rights. And it's not just for so-called Negroes. You had Latino movements as well. You can Google right now, and it'll come up certain Latino and Northern tribe movements that was equivalent to like civil rights, the civil rights movement. Oh, yeah, Cesar Chavez. That's one. That's one. You know, it was a broad too. I forget her name. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So, go ahead.
The Alamo.
Yeah, the Alamo.
Based off that so-called Mexicans. They was fighting against
Yeah, you had uprisings.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
with Jake. So this is rare though. This is not the conventional Black Panther Kango leather jacket movement over here, man. You know what I mean?
Turn to the
Yeah, turn to the left. You got a cake and Mars. Good. Hey, and Jake was so simple, man. When you go back into those times, all it took for you to have a damn three-piece suit, some eyeglasses like Malcolm X, right? You spoke eloquently, and you had Jake eating out the palm of your hand. Why? Because they had just come from out of that downtrodden state of being in slavery, you know, and they would eat up anything that was presented to them. But now this truth is being presented, man. Oh, that's why the Lord saved the best. Oh, when you go into the parable of Yahweh Shah at the wedding, and what did the guest say? You saved the best wine for last, man. That's dealing with what? This idea, this philosophy.
Yeah.
This philosophy. The Lord saved the best for last.
Beautiful.
See that? Yeah, go ahead. You got something? You want to get that? Go ahead and grab it. If you know. Yeah, because the best things is last. Let's say when you consider like a concert, right? You have somebody that opening act, then you have the main event. You know, you have somebody that warm up, or you have what's called heralds, or somebody that get the ball rolling. And what happens? Then you have the main event. All right, let's go ahead.
Yeah, the 1 Corinthians 4:9. For I think that the Most High has set for us the apostles last, as it were appointed, approved to them.
Go ahead.
For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to man.
Right, and that spectacle is being played out by way of what you know as YouTube, mainly. Okay, so now let's go back to the. You got some more on that?
Yeah, a little bit more. It says rare, splendid,
Woo, rare, splendid. Because
costly.
this knowledge can't be trumped by any other idea. You know? Go ahead,
It says costly, highly.
Ooh, costly. Costly. Somebody find knowledge is too high for a fool real quick. Hey, you know when you walk in the store, you got a budget and the new J's. And hey, I'm just saying it to simplify it, you know. But whatever thing you're looking for, if you ain't got the money for it, it's too high for you. There's nothing you can do to receive. You can't say, man, I was Jordan's biggest fan. No, you got to produce the bread, man. And this knowledge is too high for a fool. Okay? Hey, and guess what? There's a saying like somebody who have taste, they shop with a certain, you know, they know how to shop. They got taste. Jake ain't got taste. 2/3 of our people, because they come across this word and they just dismiss it. You know? So yeah, you got it?
Proverbs 24:7. Wisdom is too high for a fool. He openeth not his mouth from the gate.
See that? So it's too high, meaning it's far beyond your comprehension. It's far out of your reach, man. All right? Yet the Lord has put it out here for you, but it's far beyond you. All right? It's hidden in plain sight. Go ahead,
It says highly valued.
highly valued. Why? Because this is the bridge to your salvation. Pursuant to St. John 15:3, you are now clean through the word. So this is what cleansed you. Okay, so now let's go back to
Proverbs.
get what you got real quick.
This the book of Proverbs 16, verse 16. This is how much is it? It says, how much better is it to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding rather to be chosen than silver.
Yeah, you know what that's going into? That this is the most precious resource on the planet Earth. When you consider anything that's perceived to have any type of value, whether it's in the form of women, gold, silver, oil, diamonds, they don't trump wisdom. Give me wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter. Hold that on there. All right? You know what you got something? Give what you get. Give what you get. You got something? Bring it out.
And this is Isaiah 65:2. I have spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people.
Right, and all the day is symbolizing what? This is the time when knowledge is out. This is the daylight. Because really it's the night, but when the knowledge is out, that's day. See? Yep, hold that. Get what you got.
This is John chapter 9, verse 4. I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day.
Woo! While the knowledge, hey, that's bad. While the knowledge is on display, man. Hey, that's why when you read, that's why when you read in the kingdom, it said there shall be no more sun or moon. That means we ain't gonna have to teach no more, because it's gonna be instilled in everybody the knowledge, the proper knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
That's right.
See? So right now, you jakes, man, you fucking hypocrites, you. You've been looking for the answers all this time. Now the Lord have given you the answers, and you don't want it, man.
Right.
See? Go ahead, out.
The night cometh when no man can work.
See that? And there's going to be a time when this word is taken away. Yep, and the windows be dark, and that's bad. I get that. Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. Because what? There's going to be a time where this knowledge, this knowledge going to be cut off, man. The knowledge going to be cut off, man. Hey, can I say too, man? The Lord is so bad. The Lord is about perfection, meaning what? That's going to be a symbolic gesture to it, and it's going to be physical, because it's going to be a time where the power going to go out here too, man. See, the Lord going to cover all bases, man. What you're dealing with is a power to be feared, man. See? Yeah, go ahead,
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 12. We'll start at 1 or just get to the point.
No, let's start at 1, because it's something I want to bring out of that. Go ahead.
It's Ecclesiastes 12, verse 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not.
Now, you can read that at face value, like when you're young, but yeah, it's an element to that, but that's talking about why this truth is accessible. That's talking about when this truth is accessible. Because you know why? And really, when you become a man, you're 12. So did we remember this truth when we was 8 years old? No. So what's that really talking about? They're talking about when this truth is accessible. You're going to show you that. Go ahead.
Back in, I'll read again. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not.
See? While the days of trouble have not come. See that? Go ahead.
Read on, nor the years draw not, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasures in them.
Right, because now Jake will wake up, and if it's a sunny day, they'll strike up the barbecue grill, they'll go to the car wash. But it's going to come a time when when you hear the cock crow, you're not going to have pleasure in that day. You're going to be like, oh, shit, it's another day. Go ahead, huh? Keep going.
Read on in Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 2. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 2. While the sun or the light.
Read that again.
While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened.
That's talking about this knowledge. You got to remember the Lord while this knowledge is out, where the sun, the moon, and the light and the stars is shining. That's shining through the internet. See that big glare of light See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the stars, the moon, and the light. Oh, that's light and darkness, man. Yep, go ahead, Doc.
Reading on, nor the clouds return after the rain.
Mm-hmm. That's really going into the mills. Right. Yeah.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble,
Mm-hmm. Read.
and the strong men shall bow themselves,
Read.
and the ground will cease because they are few.
And the grind of cease, there are few. Hey, give me in Revelation what it say. You said no more than trumpet. That's twofold. Yeah, go ahead. Continue.
Reading on Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and 3. When it says, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the ground will cease because they are few.
He said the grind of cease because they are few. Go ahead.
And those that look out the windows be dark.
Oh, and those look out the windows be darkened, man. Like when you go into like looking into your future is darkened, but the windows also is going into this internet, man. It's gonna be darkened. It's gonna be a time where the internet ain't gonna completely be shut down, but it's gonna be compromised. You're not gonna be able to get this word. For an example, when you read with the Spirit, we're gonna go and get that too. Amos, the book of Amos. You know when they talk about they're gonna go to and fro. That means you're gonna be typing up great millstone, and it's gonna be an image of a literal great millstone pop up, man. See? Matter of fact, you know what? Hold that. Let's get that real quick. Amos, you got it? Whoever got it, bring it up.
This is the book of Amos 8 and verse 11. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor the thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord.
Meaning what? This is precious, man. You're not gonna a famine. Hey, look, like when you go into the time of Egypt, remember what saved Egypt? Joseph was able to forecast that famine, and that saved Egypt, man. Because what the Lord, you at the mercy of Yahweh Shem outside all times, man. When the Lord dry up stuff, you need the Lord to have mercy on you to, to give you that increase back, man. So the Lord is gonna pull His word back because this is a necessity for your survival, man. This word, okay? Go ahead,
Continuing on, verse 12, it says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord.
It said, look, they're gonna run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord. Meaning the internet's still gonna be accessible. And it ain't like they're gonna jump in their car and run to California to find the brothers in the camp in LA. They're gonna be seeking GMS LA, GMS, Winnipeg. That's a form of running to and fro, seeking the Lord. Okay, go ahead.
It says, to seek the word of the Lord, it shall not find it.
And they shall not find it. Now, what's heavy about that word seek? What happens when you go on whatever you search? You go to the search engine. So you're going to literally be seeking and searching for this word, man. But you're not going to be able to find it. Meaning what? The Lord is going to pull us back. It tells you that, I forget exactly where it's at. It's in Isaiah, where the Lord said He's going to cause our tongue to cling to the roof. Somebody find that real quick. Yep. You got something out? Now bring it out.
It's Isaiah chapter 24, verse 11. There's a crying for wine in the streets.
Yeah, there's a crying for wine in the streets, man. And what's that wine? It's knowledge. It's going to come a point when you people going to be desperately seeking us out, man. Go ahead, up.
All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone.
All joy is darkened. Ooh, that's bad, because we going into the fact that this knowledge symbolizes the light, man. You're going to be in total darkness, man. So yeah, that was it on that, up.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, you know what? Go ahead and get the 12 verse 2.
Verse 12. And the city is left desolation.
And the city is left desolation, read.
And the gate is smitten with destruction.
Ooh, and the gate is smitten with destruction, man. That's bad. That's the chronological order, man. Before the Lord just completely shut this place down, He's going to take away His word, which is what? That ark closing.
Right.
That bridge to salvation. That's the ark. You got something? Bring it out.
2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 9 to 11. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments.
Yeah, because you had access to this word and you cast it away despitefully. You cast it behind you. All right, go ahead out.
For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me.
Yeah, so what's the benefit? Check it out. Check that out. Check that out. Y'all know what's up. Y'all know what's up. Hey, call him out. You know it.
All of a sudden.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, go ahead, read that. Yeah. You see that? Come on now. Hey, come on, man. Come on, man. You can't make that up, right? Come on now. Look at that. Look at that. Hey, you see that? Come on, man.
Can't make it up, man.
That's it.
Yeah,
Whoa!
hey, that's
Hold on, y'all,
the Lord's showing us, man.
That's it.
Right in our face.
Yes, sir,
That's it.
man.
Right in our face. Right in front of us. You can't deny it.
That's that truth, man.
Yep, you good? Go ahead.
Verse 11. And they have, Salaki, and they that have loathed my law,
They who have loathed my law, go ahead.
while they had yet liberty,
And this is that liberty. This is that grace period that the Lord have allowed you to get this knowledge, man. So like, yeah, go ahead.
and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them,
Yeah, and the place of repentance was open for them. This is that time. Okay, go ahead up.
understood them, Salaki, understood not.
Oh, they
despised
understood not. When you read Daniel the 12th chapter, it say, none of the wicked shall understand. So when we all the brothers, they can attest to this. All you brothers that's out there on the forefront, you might encounter somebody that come up against the word and they can't understand. Their first reaction or instinct is to be offensive. See, that's what the Lord is saying. Read that again. Understood not from that
when
point.
as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it.
See, but despise it. That's the next instinct. When you can't understand it, then you despise it. You niggas crazy.
All right.
You know? See? So let's go back to what you got. You got what you got? Bring it up.
Going back to Isaiah 65 and 2. I have spread out my hands all the day unto a
That's it.
rebellious people,
Yep.
which walketh in a way that was not good after their own thoughts.
After their own thoughts, meaning they lean to their own understanding. When you tell them, look, the so-called white man is the devil. America is Babylon the Great. You so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans is the chosen people. Yahweh Shemashah. They got another rebuttal to that, man. That's you leaning towards your own understanding, man. And if you want to piss off the Lord, then that's what you do, man. You resist the spirit and see what happens to you, man. There's a penalty for that. All right, now go ahead out. Yeah, all the day. That's that knowledge. Yeah, go ahead.
This Revelations 18, we'll start at verse 20. It said, rejoice over her, thou heaven.
And that's talking about this truth, those who are in the truth. When it said rejoice over her, thou heaven, that's talking about the brothers in this truth, man. Why? Because the kingdom of heaven is within us. Let's prove that. Give me Revelation 12 and 12.
Yeah, this Revelations 12 and 12. Therefore, rejoice ye heavens.
See, rejoice ye heavens. Do that mean Michael the archangel? Yeah, but that's really talking about the brothers in this truth. Continue.
And ye that dwell in them.
In this tabernacle. Well, you know what? Let's prove that. Give me Isaiah where it says I divided thy line.
Yeah, 34.
Get that real quick. Get that. Because you say that dwell in them, right? By you coming into this arena, that means you're in the house of David, man. You dwelling in the house of David. You coming to, you ever saw like those like TV reality shows, they come into a big mansion and they run around looking for they open this door, they open that door. That's how the house of David is. When you come in here, you open the door and you expose, it's like opening Pandora's box. You open this door, you expose to something else. Oh my goodness. And when you come into this thing, you can find out something that you weren't looking for, man. You open your mama bedroom door. Hold that real quick. Give me right there.
Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 17. And he have cast the lot for them.
Yeah, cast the. Hey, you see that? Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Slack. Go ahead.
It says, and his hand have divided it unto them by line.
His hand have divided to them by line. Read.
It says, they shall possess it forever.
And meaning what? This knowledge.
Right.
They shall possess it forever. Go ahead.
From generation to generation
Read.
shall they dwell therein.
Shall they do well therein? Meaning what? The house of death, meaning the heavens.
Okay.
So go back where you at, It said they shall dwell therein, right?
God.
So go ahead. Now you should understand this clearer.
Yep.
When you read Revelation 12 and 12, read that.
Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
See, and ye that dwell in them, meaning this knowledge, this arena.
Right.
See?
That's right.
Go ahead,
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth,
Meaning you in the world, all of you outside of this truth, woe to you. Go ahead.
and of the sea,
And of the sea, the other nations, everybody outside of this truth. Go ahead.
for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath,
And see all that.
because he knoweth that he have but a short time.
But he had but a short time. And the so-called white man know, and solely because of us, starting with the apostles. Hey, for an example, you know they wanted to implement the chip like in 2017. But when we came out, we caught them with their hand in the cookie jar. We exposed them, so they had to redraw their plan. They had to go back to the blueprint. That's a form of us frustrating the plans of the wicked. They tell you that in Job, I think it's Job the 12th chapter, I believe. Yeah. He frustrates the hands of the wicked so they can't. See that? 2 Thessalonians, the mouth of the Lord shall consume them. We telling on them, man. All right, yep. So go ahead, go back to where you at.
God, back in Revelations 18 and 20, he said, rejoice over her, thou heaven,
That's dealing with the brothers that's into this truth. Go ahead.
and ye holy apostles
See
and
that?
prophets,
Read.
for the Most High.
Oh, see? They let you know that that's them. The heavens and the holy apostles and prophets. Read.
It says, for the Most High have avenged you on her, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone.
Oh man, why is that there? Why is that there? This is no coincidence that the Lord raised up a certain group of men that was going to come under the banner of great millstone. This plane, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, Doc.
And cast it into the sea.
And cast it into the sea, which is the internet.
Right.
This world.
Right.
The Lord cast us, and we made a splash. You know how they say, "Oh, they got made a splash." Hey, what happened when you throw a stone into the sea? It's a ripple effect.
Right.
It disturbs things,
Right.
man. We stirred things up, man. Go ahead, Doc.
It says, saying, thus with violence
Woo.
shall that great city Babylon be thrown down,
Mhm.
and shall be found no more at all.
Read.
And the voice of harpers.
Hold up. In the voice of harpers, now we know that that's talking about it's twofold.
Yeah.
That's talking about you're not going to be able to hit your R&B song and rap song, but you know who else that's talking about? Talking about the prophets. The voice of harpers. See, the voice of harpers is not going to be heard no more in you, man. Yep, get what you got out.
Here comes this Revelation 14 and 2. It says, and I heard a voice from heaven. Now with this Revelation 14 and 1.
Let me go straight to the point.
This Revelation 14 and 2, it says, and I heard a voice from heaven. It has the voice of many waters, and that's the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers,
See?
harping with their harps.
You should hear the voice of harpers harping with their harps. That's why the scriptures say those who play well on instruments. What's the instruments? These different devices. Laptops, cell phones, desktops. Yeah, play well on instruments, man. Those the instruments. We the harpers, we singing on that. Yep, go ahead.
A quick precept. This is Psalm 85,
Yep.
which would not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wise.
See, the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely, man. So the Lord is going to cut that song short in a minute, okay? So real quick, go back to, you had a precept out?
Yeah, I had that.
Both of y'all got it?
Yeah, that last verse.
Okay, yep, hold that. Get what you got real quick.
This is our
Yep, I know what you want. We're going to go back to that. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Ecclesiasticus 51 and 23. Draw near unto me, ye unlearned.
See,
And
draw
dwell.
near unto me, ye unlearned. Everything's centered around wisdom. Okay? It's this wisdom that brings you to the good graces of Yahweh Shema Shah. Does it not tell you in Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter, and the 28th verse, that the Lord loveth none, and he that dwelleth with wisdom? See? Go ahead, up.
And dwell in the house of learning.
And dwell in the house of learning. That's the heavens. That's why Yahweh Shah said, I'm from above and you from beneath. And that was based and predicated upon this knowledge. This is what separates us from you mere humans out there. we possess, we are carriers of the supreme knowledge and wisdom and understanding of the heavens and earth. You know what prove that? What's that? 1 Peter, the 1st chapter, in the 10th verse, where it says even the angels desire to look so we know. See that? So now let's go back. Oh, you got more on that? Go ahead.
Verse 24. Wherefore are ye slow? And what say
slow.
ye?
Jake slow. Hey, that's why the Lord said that the whole head is sick. You sick in the head, man. Jake be psycho babbling, walking back and forth, rapping to themselves. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Wherefore are ye slow? And what say ye of these
First chapter.
things? Seeing your souls are very thirsty.
Yep, souls are very thirsty. Oh, and the Spirit had what we touched on that yesterday again. That this water, okay? And hey, the Lord going to draw back this water. It's going to be another famine. You're going to die of thirst in the Spirit.
Right.
Once more, man. See that? So go ahead.
Oh, come on. Back in Revelations 18 and 22, and the voice of harpers and musicians and of pipers. That's
Shall be Matthew 11. Get that.
Yeah.
Somebody give me Matthew 11 and 15. And the scripture say what? The voice of harpers and pipers got to be no more heard in you. Now you can read that at face value and say, oh yeah, see Chris Brown. You know what? That's true. But guess what? That's talking about us. The Lord is going to take away the pipers. Somebody give me Ezekiel 33:2 where it says lovely song unto them. Yep. 15, I believe it is. They talk about generation of
16 years.
Yep. Start at 15.
Okay, come on. This is, Matthew 11 and 15. He that have ears to hear, let him hear.
See? And you can't hear the song. Hey, if you deaf and you in a club, yeah. Picture that.
Yeah, you in there.
Hey, marinate on that, man. Real, you see what I'm saying? You deaf and you in the club. What you gonna do, man? See what I'm saying? You're not gonna be able to dance. You're not gonna be able to dance. Yep, go ahead. Hey, somebody give me, I think it's Jeremiah 30, 33, those with the virgins who dance. I think it's Jeremiah 31 or 33, one of them like that. Yeah, go ahead, get what you got.
Verse 16. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows
And we those children that sit in the market calling unto our fellows. See, go ahead.
and saying, we have piped unto you,
Oh, we have piped unto you. Go ahead.
and ye have not
And
danced.
you have not danced. See?
We have,
Go ahead. Slash, read.
we have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented.
Yep.
For John came neither eating nor drinking,
Mhm.
and they say, he hath a devil.
Read.
The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, behold, a man gluttonous and a winebibber, a friend of publicans and sinners. But wisdom is justified of her children.
That's right. Yep. So it says, we have piped unto you. Now hold that and go back to Revelation.
Revelations 18 to 22, and the voice of harpers and musicians and of pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee.
That's the understanding of that. That's talk about the famine of the word if you have ears to hear. See? Yep, go ahead.
This is Romans
Oh,
11.
because that's that song. You know when you read the prodigal son, where it say the other son came in and heard the music playing, and hey, that's that, you know what I mean? And he said, "What the hell going on here?" They said, "Hey, that's that. This a party, man. This a party, okay?" Go ahead, read.
Romans 11 and 7. What then? Israel have not attained that which he seeketh for, but the election have attained it, and the rest were blinded.
Yeah, and the rest were blinded. See? Yep. So now let's go back. Yep, read. Go ahead. I mean, go to what you got.
Ezekiel,
You want that version,
Jeremiah.
Sedan? You want that version, Sedan?
Yeah, version dance. Yep.
All right, cut. This is Jeremiah 31 and 13.
Mhm.
Then shall the virgins rejoice and dance.
See? So if you're in a club and you're deaf, how you gonna dance? You gotta have ears to hear the song. Go ahead.
Both young men and old together.
See that?
Can I say something too?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let us know when Revelation 14 tell they ain't talking about women that were virgins, man.
Beautiful.
Young men.
Oh, that's bad.
Men and
Yeah,
old.
yeah, that's the cut on that. And somebody said, well, hold up, that is talking about a baby. Well, we go to that precept. Because old men that had some sex, man, in Israel. Where?
It says both young men and old together, for I will turn their mourning into joy,
Yeah.
and will comfort them.
And what the Lord, well, how we comfort them? Through the scriptures.
Yeah.
See that? That's that good, young man.
And
That's
make,
that savor. Yeah.
God, it said, it makes them rejoice from their sorrow.
And make them rejoice for their sorrow. You know? Yep. Yeah, so yeah, go ahead, go what you got.
Back in Revelation 18-22, and the voice of harpers and musicians and of pipers and trumpeters shall
Why not? We blowing the trumpet. See it? Go ahead.
shall be heard no more at all in thee, and no craftsman or
Why
whatsoever.
not? We doing the work.
That's it.
And now we building.
That's it.
Right now, what you hearing spiritually is saws and band saws and sawzalls and hammers, just like with Noah.
Right. Building the ark.
They heard Noah and them building and wood, and nails.
See,
You're not gonna hear that no more.
That's it.
that's it.
Go ahead,
It said, of whatsoever craft he be,
Yeah, everybody got their own talents. Go ahead.
shall be found any more.
You're not gonna be able to
Envy.
find us. We just read that in Amos the 8th chapter. You're gonna seek and you're not gonna find this word.
God. It says, and the sound of a millstone.
Woo!
Right.
You think this is a joke?
That's right.
See, it's gonna come to a point where the Lord said, "Look, I told you plainly."
Yep.
Because you can watch us, and obviously we're the men that's constantly enduring afflictions and doing the work and it's diligent, and you can actually filter that through the scriptures.
That's right.
Read that again. And the what?
And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee.
That means you're not gonna be able to get these videos in a minute.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? And I know the brothers and sisters out there are hungry for this knowledge. Yep, go ahead.
It says, in the light of a
Hold
candle.
up, in the light of a candle.
Yeah.
See, now you see with that. See how that's making more sense now. See, in the light of a candle, go ahead.
In the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee.
And that's this knowledge. Don't it tell you that in Revelation? The midst of the 7 candlesticks. Go ahead, huh?
And the voice of the bridegroom
Mm.
and of the bride shall no more be heard at all in thee.
Your poor child eating pastor read that and think that it's talking about a wedding. No, we're giving you the in-depth analysis of that, man, through the spirit of power. Yahweh Shema. Not of us. That's the spirit of the Lord want that to come out. All right. So yeah, you got something? What you got? Yep.
Yeah, this is-
Yep. You got it.
This is Ezekiel.
Yeah, go ahead. You got it.
This is Ezekiel 3:26. It reads, "And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof
That's
of thy
it.
mouth,
That's it. The Lord said He's going to make our tongue cleave to the roof of our mouth, man.
that thou shalt be dumb,
That thou shalt be dumb. Go ahead.
and shalt not be to them a reprover."
Yeah, it's going to come a time we're not going to reprove you. We're not going to tell you, you're going off, Jake.
Yeah.
Stop eating pork, Jake. Stop celebrating Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter, Jake. No, the Lord said we're not going to become a reprover to you in a minute. Go ahead, Doc.
For they are a rebellious house.
For you are a rebellious house, man. That's why when you read Acts the 7th chapter, Stephen, however you want to pronounce it, he said, look, man, you just like your fathers. You do it always with this spirit. And that's comfort. That let us know that we the ones that were set up to teach it, and you are indeed the Israelites, because you are rebellious as hell, man. Straight up. Yeah, go ahead. You got more on
Yeah,
that?
here's a little more. Yeah, verse 27, "But when I speak with thee, I will open thy mouth, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord power, he that heareth, let him hear."
Give me Revelation. You know what I want. He that hear, let him hear, man. We don't care. We not here to go above and beyond the call of duty. Do backwards flip to make some nigga peanut out the hood believe, man. We ain't here for that, man. Straight up. Yeah, man. Just die, nigga. Just die, man. Hey, that's the mentality of Noah. No, like, man, just die, man. Fuck out of here, man.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Doc.
Because it said that they have drunken of the wine of fornication.
Mhm.
What's the best way to sleep out being drunk, man? I mean, what's the best way to to overcome being drunk. You
Yeah.
sleep it out.
Sleep it out.
So you just gotta die. You come on the other side. What you see, you
That's it.
die,
Beautiful.
man.
Beautiful.
You
Yeah,
just
yeah,
tell us you
beautiful.
gonna die. You know
Right.
what I mean? Wash the blood off our hands, and we just see on the other side.
That's right.
You know,
Yeah, quick precept.
I got that.
This the book of Ezekiel 2 in verse 5. It says, and they, whether they were here or whether they forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall they know that there hath been a prophet among them.
Yeah, read, continue.
Now, verse 6, it says, and thou, son of man, be not afraid of them.
Hold up. You in Ezekiel 33?
Now, Ezekiel 2.
Okay, good. Yeah, when you get that too, get that lovely song too.
All right, good.
In Ezekiel 33.
All right, good.
Because the Lord, hey, that what they say, it's an old saying like the party, cut the music short, the party over, you know, the record scratching.
Yeah.
That proverbial record scratch is about to happen, man. We cut the party short, you know,
Okay.
Yeah.
party over, man. No more hearing this word because you people, you hear it and you perceive it to just be entertainment, man. No,
Right.
this is your life and death is centered around this knowledge or the lack thereof. Okay, you have something you want to say?
Just to add on what you're saying.
Go ahead.
This is the last call, man.
For alcohol.
This is the
Last
last
call for
call.
wine. Oh, they're like the brother Malachi brought out. They cry for wine in the street, man.
God, last call.
So yeah, go ahead, I'll get what you got.
It's the book of Ezekiel 33 and verse 32. It says, lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song
Yeah, we are unto them as a very lovely song. See that? Go ahead.
of one that hath a pleasant voice
Woo! Have a pleasant voice, read.
and can play well on an instrument.
And can play well on an instrument. See that? Go ahead.
For they hear thy words, but they do them not.
Yep, meaning you don't dance to it. Go ahead.
It says, and when they come unto, it says, and when this cometh to pass,
And when what cometh to pass? The mark of the beast, the RFID chip, NFC technology being made mandate, along with the plagues and the said perils that said take hold of America, man, through the world, man. You think Yahweh Shema outside playing, man? The words of the Lord is gonna stand sure, as they always have. Yo, go ahead.
it says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them.
Right, that a prophet have been among them, man. Okay. So now, go on here. Yeah. What you had? You had something? You have something? Get what you got.
I got.
You had something you finished on speed pass on it?
I got something.
Oh, that Ezekiel. It's like Ezekiel 3, in and off, chapter 27 again says, but when I speak with thee, I will open thy mouth, and thou shalt say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, he that heareth, let him hear.
Yeah,
And
he that, Revelation 22. Yeah.
Can.
He that hear, let him hear. Read.
And he that forbeareth, let him forbear.
Right, so if you don't believe, the hell with you, man.
For they are a rebellious house.
For they are a rebellious house. See what I'm saying? Now, give me Revelation 22 real quick.
Somebody yeah, it's Revelation 22 and 11. It says, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still.
Yep,
And he that is holy, let him be holy still.
yep, let them be holy still. Somebody give me 2 Samuel. I think it's 22. It started at around, I believe 39 or something like that. You got something? Give what you got.
Yeah, this is Second Ezra, chapter 7 and 25. And therefore Ezra's, for the empty are empty things, and for the full are the full
What is
things.
2 Samuel? Yeah, go ahead. Read that again. Now.
This is Second Ezra 7 and verse 25. And therefore Ezra's, for the empty are empty things, and for the full are the full things.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Yeah, kind. So the ones that got this truth, the ones that's filling up on this wine and this bread of Yahweh Shem Yahushua are the full. And those are the ones that are bearing this truth. Those are the ones that's empty. You're going to be empty without this truth, man.
Can I say something too? That's why Psalms 23 said, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. So you got everything you need. You got your Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're not in want of anything else.
The cheap things of life.
That's it. That's it.
Cheap things of life.
That's it.
So now, what the scriptures say, let him that is unrighteous be unrighteous.
Yeah.
Give me that in 2 Samuel 22 and start at 26.
2 Samuel chapter 22, verse 26. With the merciful, thou wilt show thyself merciful, and with the upright man, thou wilt show thyself upright.
See? With the merciful, the Lord going to show himself merciful, meaning his truth is going to be shown to you. With the upright man, he's going to show himself upright to you. Go ahead.
With the pure, thou wilt show thyself pure.
You see? Unto the pure, all things are pure. See? Get that real quick. We're going to go back. Hey, that's why when you read in the Apocrypha, it slipped my mind, but the scriptures talk about how the truth shall return to him that practice in her, as birds return,
Time.
to turn to her. Yes. Mm-hmm. So if you pure, this word gonna come to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, this Titus 1:15. Unto the pure, all things are pure,
Mm-hmm.
but unto them that are defiled and
And
unbelieving
what? And unbelieving. Go ahead.
is nothing pure.
So we just throw this word out there, and if you get it, good for you.
Yeah.
But if not, that means you was not meant to get it. So now let's go back to 2 Samuel. Hold on. Let's get this real quick. Go ahead.
With the pure, verse 27, or 2 Samuel 22 and 27.
Mm-hmm.
With the pure, thou wilt show thyself pure.
Mm-hmm. See?
With the forward mouth,
Show thyself, meaning it's knowledge. It's gonna be revealed to you. Go ahead.
and with the forward mouth,
And with the forward, those who ain't right, go ahead.
thou wilt show thyself unsavory.
Unsavory. You know, like it ain't gonna be. You ain't gonna want to digest it. You know, you got meat or whatever, and it ain't savory. You can't hold it. You're gonna ultimately just vomit it up. So if you ain't right, it's gonna be unsavory to you. Yeah, what you got to say?
That was in Revelation 3. I was spewed out.
I was spewed out or not? Yeah. See that? Oh, it's a sweet savor to those who
Yeah.
want to get saved, and a bad savor to those who got. That's what the scripture saying right there in 2 Samuel. All right. So now let's go back to where we was at.
Back in Revelation 18.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cut back in Revelations 18, and I start back in 22 again. And the voice of harpers and musicians and of pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all.
So the Lord gonna pull this word back, man. The Lord gonna continue to play with you, man. This is go back to Proverbs the first chapter. Hold that on, Dick. Continue.
All right, cut. It says, and no craftsman or whatsoever craft he be.
See what I'm saying? No, hey, we can easily read that and say, "Yup, that's talking about the guys," and that's true. This is twofold, man, because you're not gonna hear literal guys building stadiums and apartment building complexes, and also you're not gonna hear the men that doing the work of your how about Shimmy outside no more. You ain't gonna hear the craftsmen.
Oh, down with the R.
Yeah.
He was down with
When
the
Noah
R.
was done with the ark, you didn't hear that hammer no more. All of a sudden, that door, it probably went up for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So that big ass door, it probably, all you heard was that door screeching for 2 weeks. Oh shit!
God.
That motherfucker slammed, boom! Hey, because the Lord closed the door of the ark. And the Lord might have made that sound echo from here to the ends of the world, man.
God, real.
Right.
Real talk. Real talk. Real.
Goof, goof,
Right.
goof,
Yeah,
goof,
yeah.
goof, goof.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody,
It is finished.
everybody turn around.
Right. You're like, what the fuck is that?
That was Noah. I just left what? Yeah, I just left him up there. Noah just told that goddamn ark, man. And he cussed me the hell out. Yep. Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, God. It says, and no craftsman or whatsoever he be shall be found any more in thee.
Right. We just read it, Amos. Again, they're going to seek this word. You're not going to find us. Go ahead.
And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee.
Woo.
And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee. And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth. For by thy sorceries were all nations deceived.
Yep. Now let's go back to Proverbs, the first chapter.
You got Proverbs 1. I got Proverbs 1.
And start at the 20th verse. Whoever got it.
Proverbs 1 and verse 20. Wisdom cries without. She uttered her voice in the streets.
Go ahead.
She cries in the chief place of concourse,
Mm-hmm.
in the openings of the gates.
Go ahead.
In the city she uttereth her words, saying, How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity.
Yeah, and that's the overtone of this message, man. To have you to convert from that simple. Hey, for jakes out there that's outside of this truth, you have developed a slave mentality, man. Versus us, we have developed a ruling class mentality over here, man. And the Lord appreciate that. The Lord ain't with you having a slave mentality. That's why the Lord said Israel homeborn slaves. Lord ain't with that. The Lord got class, man. I mean, and I can't come up with the words, you know, to describe, you know, the Lord, man. But I'm saying, the Lord want us to have a certain mentality, man. See? Go ahead.
Yeah, and the scorners, which are the boasters, you know, delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
And fools hate knowledge. That's the offense right there. That's why through the Spirit, we have a problem with fools, man. You can't get it. We just tell you, go ahead, man. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, this is verse 21. Turn you at my reproof.
See, turn you at my reproof, meaning repent. Go ahead.
Yeah, behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you.
Yep.
I will make known my words unto you.
And how's the Lord doing that? By way of his men. We making known the words of Yahweh Shemiyah over here, man. We breaking down the scriptures, man. Okay? We making known the words of the Lord. Go ahead, Doc.
Okay. Verse 12, verse 24, because I have called and ye refuse.
Yep, the Lord actually called out to you. Go ahead.
I have stretched out my hand.
And that hand going to our servants.
Yeah.
The Lord stretched us out. We scattered all throughout. You got brothers in London and the islands. That's the form of the Lord stretching out his hand. The hand symbolizes his servants, his helpers. You know, somebody might say, hey, give me a helping hand. See, we the hands of the Lord. The Lord stretched us out everywhere. See? Yep. Somebody got something? Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah 3:15. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
Yeah, don't bite the hand.
Feed you. That's what Jake do.
That's what they do. Yep.
They fight the whole thing.
Yeah, they come at us.
Right.
They bite the hand. Yeah, they slap the hand away. That's true. Yep, go ahead, Up. Back in Proverbs?
Yeah.
So the Lord said he stretched out his hand, man. I mean, the Lord set us out there in all these different continents, all throughout. Is a surgical move. It's a tactic of Yahweh Shemiyah. He's placed us in critical pressure points, man, where Israel at. And with his word out there. And we coming through the internet too. You got no excuse, man.
Hey,
So
so,
you got it up?
real quick, they got brothers in the overseas doing sign language.
Yep.
Sign language.
Show that. That's
There
right.
ain't no excuse for you to not have this truth, man. At this point in time, you got brothers doing sign language. That means if you that.
Hey, like we said, the analogy, if you deaf in the club.
Yeah,
There's a guy in the club giving you sign language.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, you might be deaf for shit.
Yeah. And the dumb guy can dance now.
Yeah.
Yeah, verse Proverbs 1:24, because I have called and you refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
Yep.
But ye have set at naught all my counsel.
And that's whenever you have these live streams, brothers putting out this word, you're not there. The scriptures tell you to hear every godly discourse. You know? Go ahead, Up.
And with none of my reproof.
Go ahead.
Verse 26, I also will laugh at your calamity.
Yeah, so there's a penalty for not cleaving on and holding fast to this word when it's presented to you. All right. So that's it on that. You got something over here? Oh, good.
Yeah, I will mock when your fear cometh.
Yeah, hey, that's bad too, because the Lord gonna do that through us.
Yeah.
So it's not like the heavens gonna open up and the Lord gonna show himself. You know what I mean? Like a gregarious laugh. No, it's gonna be us, man. We're gonna laugh at you. Okay?
I appreciate that.
Yep. Good. You got something too?
Yeah.
Bring it out while you get more.
It's Isaiah chapter 45, verse 19. I have not spoken in secret in a dark place of the earth.
Right. The Lord didn't tiptoe around. Like the Lord, like we had to go to some area, you know, a closed area to get this word. No, the Lord brought it out there and put it and presented it to you in the public, man. Go ahead, Doc.
I said, not unto the seed of Jacob seek ye me in vain.
Mm-hmm.
I, the Lord, speak righteousness. I declare things that are right.
Yeah, and the Lord, and the Lord declared things that are right, man. And again, the Lord didn't do this in a secret place. The Lord put it out there on display for the world to see. Oh, it tells you that Yahushua made that statement when he said, what city?
He hid on the
Here. Yeah, get that? Who light up a candle and set it under a bush? Hey, and when you go into the time of ancient Egypt, the Lord didn't tiptoe us out the back door, man. It was a splash, man. You know, he made a statement the way he brought us about Egypt. It's the same thing gonna happen now. That's why, again, we brought out 1 Corinthians, the 4th chapter earlier. The Lord set up the apostles' last, to be a spectacle, man. So we've been thrust into the public eye, man. This is what the Lord always did in this thing. Noah was on a big stage building that ark. You think that Noah was in a cut somewhere? Noah was the talk of the world. Everybody was like, this dude, man. It's this guy. Yeah, go ahead, Doc.
In Matthew 5, and start at verse 14. Ye are the light of the world.
See?
A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
See that? Go ahead.
Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel.
Yeah, so we not in some area, just like the brother. Get that one more time, Doc. Go back to Isaiah 45 again. Because the scriptures say what? Neither do men light up a candle and set it under a bushel. And that's true, man. Light, hey, there go an example. Lampstands is exalted. You see that? When you walk in the house, the light is in the air. It's exalted, man. You don't find a light
Under your bed.
in your bed. Why? It's exalted. See? Yeah, now get this real quick.
Isaiah 45 and 19. I have not spoken in secret.
See, I have not spoken in secret. Somebody give me Matthew 10 and 27. All right?
In a dark place of the earth.
The Lord didn't speak in the dark place of the earth. Like the Lord tiptoeing around you Edomites. Like, in order for you to get to this truth, you got to go to some cave, you know?
Some secluded area.
Yeah. You know, as if, like, when we do the work, we go, you just go to some damn cave, man. Yeah. You got to go. Oh, that ain't go. No, man, we out here, man. See? Go ahead, I'll finish that out.
I said, not unto the seed of Jacob seek ye me in vain.
Mm-hmm.
I, the Lord, speak righteousness. I declare things that are right.
Right. The Lord said, he said not to Jacob to seek him in vain. So the Lord ain't going to take you on a wild goose chase, so to speak. It's not like you following a rabbit hole. It's out there for you to get. All right? Hold what you got, do what you got.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 27. What I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light.
Yeah. And that link up with Habakkuk where it said, I would sit and see what the Lord say unto me when I reprove. See? So the Lord told us this secret, but what we to do? Read it again.
What I tell you in darkness, that ye speak in light.
And what's the light? This internet. This is for everybody to see. Go ahead.
And what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetops.
I reveal my secrets unto my servants, the prophets. And we teach it upon the housetops. And that's a buzzword for the internet. Okay?
Somebody telling the secret, they come in close to you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Say what you hear in the ear. Go preach to the housetops.
This is the biggest secret that we can't keep a secret.
This
This secret's so bad that you gotta tell.
Tell everybody.
That was just like when
Hey, can I say real quick? That's like women. That's like young virgins. They can't, you deal with a woman. She go tell all her friends, oh, check me out. This
That's why the other women, if you so how you get your woman, you probably good. She gonna tell the other women about it.
No doubt.
Now her friends trying to come at you.
Yeah. Where is this guy? Where is this guy? See? And that's what we told you how good Yahushua was.
Right.
Yeah.
And you said, I gotta have this guy. And that's what I said. Come on, now. Come on, man. Yep. Yep. Go ahead, Doc.
This is Ecclesiastes 24 and 32. I will yet make doctrine to shine as the morning,
That's right.
Go ahead, Doc.
and will send forth her light afar off.
Whoa. And that's done by way of the internet.
That's right.
You ain't got to come down here to Birmingham, Alabama, or furthermore, you ain't got to go to New York where the apostles, different men, all. You ain't got to physically go there. The Lord's sending that light from afar off to you. And that's what happened with light. Oh, when you read Wisdom of Solomon, it says she is the unspotted mirror. But what happens with light, when it hit a mirror, it reflects off. So I ain't got to be there. You could be over there and light can come down. I can take a mirror and reflect that light to you. See what I'm saying? Oh, you know what's spiritual about that? When you go into ancient Egypt, that was their light system.
Yep.
The light will come down in the mirrors and then reflect through the darkness.
Yep.
That's talking about now, man.
Yep.
All right, so let's see what I'm saying? The Urim and the Thummim. You seeing the prophets, man, and the men of Yahweh outside. You can't get to us, but just be content with that. You got the knowledge. Just take that, man. Yep, go ahead, up.
Yeah, verse 27, Ecclesiastes 24,
Hey, because you got
27.
now these dudes talking about, we're going to come to your camp. We're going to come. But now what that's going to prompt us to do? Lord got the spirit of the men of the Lord to say, we're going to shut down these live streams out there in the camp, man. What's that pointing to? That's pointing to a time where this word is going to be harder and harder to access, man.
That's right.
See, everything working out perfectly. This is being put together beautifully by Yahweh outside. Hey, see how the Lord do it. We would wondering how the Lord going to do it. The Lord send some side of left field. You know what I mean? Yeah, go ahead,
Ecclesiastes 24 and 27, he maketh the doctrine of knowledge appear as the light, and as Gion in the time of vintage.
That was it on that?
Yeah, kind
All right, then let's go back.
In Matthew 5, yeah, that's it right there. Matthew 5:14, ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
Mm-hmm.
Neither do men light a candle and put it
And
under
these look
a
like
bushel.
candles. Tripods. Go ahead.
Said, neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and give it light unto all that are in the house.
Yeah.
Right? House.
The house of David.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Which is the internet. Somebody give me Job 39. Is that Job 39 or 36? Well, so yeah,
That's
39. Get that real quick and get what's up when you trust me to bring that seed into the farm. Somebody got something else over there? Yeah, because we're gonna go into we're gonna try to get into more of the gist of this lesson, which is this word is not gonna always be on display, man. Believe that. I think this word is gonna be out there, man, for you to just at your leisure, when you ain't got nothing to do, you know, you want to unwind. You say, I'm gonna just go to the house and talk shit to the prophets. No, man. Which we the lifeline to them scoffers, man. They ain't got no life without us.
That's right.
You know? So you scoffers really gonna be hit the hardest. But the Lord take us away, man, from the internet, these scoffers gonna lose it.
That's they lie.
Yeah, that's their life. Yeah.
So when they can't carry it out, they gonna bug their
Yeah. That's
I can't scoff. Oh, shit.
that's like a, you know, like a bottom feeder. Like a pig, although he's considered just significant and low, he got a role.
Yeah, come.
His role is to feed off, you know. So that's the scoffer. The scoffer, his very existence in life. You know what I mean? The high point of the highlight of his life is the scoff. So when that luxury is taken away,
That's it.
he's gonna be battling his wife. What's wrong with you, Junior? There you go. Man, they tripping upstairs. Junior, man, he got no more access to the prophets, man. Yeah, go ahead.
I got the definition.
Oh, because the scripture say that. How long you scoffers the light?
Next corner. Light in next corner.
So that's gonna be a time. Woo! Hey, that was a rhetorical. That was a question. How long will the scoffers the light in that? So, meaning what? It's gonna be a time you ain't gonna have that whippy cushion. You know, you sit in front, you pull up in front of the computer, got the coffee mug, you typing and shit. Yeah. So a bag of nachos.
Man, y'all like shit.
Yeah. Biker checking. You know what I mean? Yeah. Go
Yeah, I
ahead.
got that word Gion, which is in the scriptures, Ecclesiastes 24:27, as the Gion in the time of vintage. It reads, plural Gion is physics, and hypothetically electromagnetic or gravitational wave held together.
Oh, gravitational wave. Because you're drawn into the light.
Held together.
Give a damn if you're a gnat.
Yeah.
Insignificant. Because you are insignificant. but yet you're drawn into something that's greater than you. Here it is, a net. He's drawn to something that's greater than him. See how the Lord works? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, or gravitational wave held together in a combined region by the gravitational attraction of its own
Oh, man.
field energy.
Yeah, attraction. You're attracted to us.
That's that light. You're making that light shine.
That's that light. And this trumps anything, man. Give it down what you got. For the serious-minded brothers out there, can't nobody offer nothing to us. Give it. What can you offer to us, man? Yeah, like you said, we give up, you know what I mean, vulgar laugh. Man, get the hell out of here, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh man, I was reading it to the and any of a group of geometric forms, capable of being recognized as a component of a real object.
Mm.
You recognize through the How About Shem Shop.
Hey, it's good to say that, you know, those who have eyes to see, you know. So if you can see, you're going to see that this is the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema. Just like we saw. We saw that the men that preceded us, who we learned this knowledge from, primarily the apostles and elders, we saw that the spirit of the Lord rested upon them, man. We didn't need nobody to, you know, give us a pep talk. We like, oh, these the men of the Lord. It resonated with us, some registered in our spirit. And that applies, that legacy continues to all you out there, all right, who believe on his word. So you got more on that?
Yeah, that was the psychology definition. The
Oh,
first
okay.
one I read was the physics definition.
Oh, sick.
Both
See?
of them are intertwined together, man. It's marvelous work.
In depth. I'm going in depth.
God,
Yeah,
those
man.
words.
Hey, this is vast knowledge, man.
That's right.
All right. Yep. So go ahead. It's infinite. If we ain't have to work and all that, the Lord put the spirit on, we'll go forever. Hey, you actually see us aging. You up here going, getting older.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Year two. Year three.
That's bad. This word trumps everything, man. Straight up. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, man, I gotta read Rick Peter said geons are simply 3D, 2D, or 3D forms such as cylinders, bricks, wedges, cones, circles, and rectangles corresponding.
Yeah, yep.
And we on that cornerstone of Yahweh Shop.
Yeah, and those bricks. Yeah. We, hey, it's the
Build
house of
your
David.
house, man.
Yeah. Neatly joined together.
Why did it say geon in
Yeah.
the pocket?
Hey, hey, that's bad. Hell, yeah, the word Geon found in the pocket. That shows that the spirit of the Lord is in all things. Matter of fact, somebody give me that real quick. Wisdom of Solomon 12 real quick. Give me Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 1. Because the spirit of the Lord is not hidden from nothing. Nothing is hidden from the spirit of the Lord. Hey, Wikipedia somehow come up with something the Lord don't know about it, man. Everything is every function you see, the source, the driving force behind that is Yahweh Shema Shah. Right. Yeah, go ahead.
Just like that word device, the word device is in the scriptures, but what's the modern day term for a device? Something that's electronic, man. You know what I mean?
Hey, just like when you go to Isaiah the 9th chapter,
Yeah,
when it said the fuel,
Come
the
on.
modern terminology such as fuel is found in what's perceived to be an ancient book. Get out of here, man. Lord ain't nothing to play with. Like, words are up. Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verse 1. For thine incorruptible spirit is in all things.
See, that incorruptible spirit is in all things. Just read John the first chapter. All right, so now let's go back.
Back Matthew 5:14. You are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
Mm-hmm.
Neither does man light a candle and put it under a bushel,
Mm-hmm.
but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house.
Yep.
Let your light so shine before men.
Let your light so shine before men. Go ahead. Hey, give me. Yep, get that too. You Isaiah 60. Yeah, you can get that, but I really want St. John the first chapter. Except for all those that did believe, but you can start up. You know where to start at. We can go into the light of the world.
Oh, kind. Yes.
We're gonna read down, okay? Because this is that appointed time, and somebody can get that. Is that 2 Corinthians 6 chapter where it says this is the appointed time?
Point of time.
2 Corinthians 6 and 2. Get that too, because again, when you deal with Yahweh Shai, what's Yahweh Shai known as? The physician. You go to a doctor, you got to have an appointment. You can't go to the physician when you get ready. You got to set up an appointed time to heal you.
Yeah, see?
See what I'm saying? So now we're in a time where the Lord is actually healing us now. And if you miss your appointment, that's your ass. Yeah, go ahead.
God, it's John, St. John chapter 1 and verse 4. In him was life,
See? Go ahead.
and the life was the light of men.
See that? So you sick. The whole head is sick. But you have someone set up to be the remedy for that sickness that's going to give you life.
Yep.
You gotta make that appointment. Go ahead, Doc.
It says, and the light shine up in the darkness,
Which is America.
and the darkness comprehended it not.
You break the scriptures down to our people and they can't comprehend it.
Yep.
Go ahead, Doc.
God, it says, I know the point on that. Matter of fact, let's see. Yeah, continue on. It said, there was a man sent from the Most High, whose name was John.
Continue.
It says, the same came for a witness to bear witness of the light,
Read.
that all men through him might believe.
See? Go ahead.
He was not that light,
Yeah, we not your savior. Go
but
ahead.
was sent to bear witness
We
of
sent to bear witness of this right. Of who? The scriptures, which is Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
but was sent to bear witness of that light.
Mm.
That was the true light,
Mm.
which lighteth every man that cometh into the world.
Yeah, somebody hear that and say that's talking about Moab or whoever. No, coming into this arena, everybody that come into this truth, that's going to enlighten them. Not
God.
just some random African. Go ahead.
God. It says he was in the
With
world.
sandals, you know what I mean? Doctors, Eastern Indian.
God.
Go ahead.
It says it says he was in the world,
Mm-hmm.
and the world was made by him,
Go ahead.
and the world knew him not.
Yeah, you didn't know this knowledge, really. Which we know that happened physically. 2,000 years ago when the Lord walked on the earth, but this legacy is continuing now. This spills over to the day. Sort of, what's that, Romans 15 and 4?
Oh, yep, that's it.
Continue out.
He came into his own received him not.
Yeah, you resisted this spirit when it was presented to you. Go ahead, out.
It says, but as many as
See
received
that?
him,
But as many as received them, go ahead.
to them gave he power to become sons of the Most High.
Which is who? Israelites.
Israelites.
Now that's
See?
why we say we the Israelites. Go ahead.
It says, and even to them that believe on his name.
See that?
That's it.
See that? Yep. So you got some?
This is Ecclesiastes 38 and 3. The skill of the physician shall lift up his head.
Read that again.
Yeah, Ecclesiastes 38 and 3. The skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration.
Yep.
Like you said.
Why is that word great? Yes, that's a nugget. Why is that word? Yeah, go ahead. Out. You got it.
Yeah. No, like you said, the physician cut it off a long disease, man. Yahweh Shai is that physician, man. The scriptures say the whole head is sick. That's it. How the physician gonna lift up the head, man? Who that's talking about?
And hey, and if again, if you're a physician, it's an appointment got to be set. You can't go to the physician when you do it. Matter of fact, that's so cute. Bring it up.
Yeah, this book of 2 Corinthians 6 and verse 2. It says, for he saith, I have heard thee in the time accepted.
See, the Lord heard us in a time accepted. This is that time. Go ahead.
And in the days of salvation have I succored thee.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, now is the day, now is the accepted time.
Now is the accepted time. You got a physician, an appointment. This is the time where I can accept you. That's so bad right there. That's a true king. He don't deal on your terms. It's according to his terms. Right? And you out there, understand, this is the time now when the Lord Yahweh Shema is ready to heal you, man. So you gotta commit to this. You gotta believe with all your heart. Else, you're gonna miss your appointment. Well,
It says, now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation.
now is the day of salvation. Okay? So if you gloss over this moment, which the doors is closing, the doors of salvation is closing, man. And what's gonna happen, you're gonna miss the boat. Just like in the time of Noah. The Spirit been heavy on that lately with us to go back to the time of Noah. And that's the Spirit of the Lord, because Yahweh Shai made a conscious effort to bring that up. Why did the outside do that? The outside look in the days of Noah. That means that show you that the Spirit of the Lord is resting upon us, because that's the best example you can point to that spotlight what's going on right now in the time we're in. You know, we're in a time where salvation is the sense of urgency, the magnitude of this moment. Hey, you got to really lock in. You got to hold fast, you know, or else you're gonna lock. You know, what's gonna happen? You're gonna be overthrown. Okay, and in the time of Noah, what happened? They didn't hearken, and they were caught up in that flood. All right. So, anybody else got something? Yep, bring it up.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 4. And the door shall be shut in the streets.
Oh, hold up. It said, and the doors shall be shut in the streets. Now, when you go, again, that's one of them scriptures you can look at and say, yeah, Taco Bell. But guess what? Are not we in the street? Are not we in the place of concourse? Because we are business. See? And we are the doors that enter into the kingdom. Hey, when we out there on the streets and you walk past us, you just walk past the kingdom of heaven, man. See how bad that is, man?
You know what I mean?
Yep, go ahead.
Episode on Twilight Zone, man. It was a damn Edomite. The dude, like, it was Edomite representing Peter, right? He's like, yeah, this the kingdom of heaven. All you gotta do is walk up that road.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, nah, I want to stay with my dog.
Yeah, with the dog. Yeah.
And he was like, all right, just go on. We gonna always be here.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
And he walked up. The first one was it was a deception. Or
Yeah,
some shit. He thought it was the kingdom, but no.
When the dog
Yeah,
barked.
the dog barked.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the spirit.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the scriptures tell you that we like the dogs.
Yep.
We bark and warn you. Yep. And hey, that's a bad episode right there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Caleb, who came into the kingdom? Joshua and Caleb. You go into the word Caleb, it means dog, man. Because they loyal, you know? And they bark and warn the people. So that's what the kingdom reserved for. Hey, that's a good analogy. Yeah, go ahead. Let's go back to what we was at.
Reading on Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 4. And the door shall be shut in the streets.
See, that's the time. That's the ark. They just call it how it is. The ark going to be shut in the streets. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Reading on Ecclesiastes verse 12 and 4. When the sound of grinding, when the sound of grinding is low, he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So
That was it on it?
Yeah.
You make a point. Go ahead.
I'm saying when it says it's twofold, you know, he say about the economy, you know, when it says when the daughters of music shall be brought low, it's music not do good, I'm more like, you know, brothers going to, but it's twofold when it says he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. That's going to the brothers teaching his word. So we give you this lovely song, but you 2/3 so-called Negro like teenagers not harping on to it, man. So y'all not harping on to the song. So when it's brought low,
The volume gonna be turned down.
Yeah, when it's turned down.
Yeah, because right now our voice been exalted.
Right.
You know, the scripture say, "Lift up that voice, shake your hand." That don't really literally mean just scream and holler. You know what prove that? When we do these sit down, we ain't on the camera. Y'all about smash out, blah. Exalt mean what? We are being brought to the forefront. Our voice is the voice that's in the forefront. It ain't Al Sharpton no more. You know? So the Lord gonna make that, He gonna turn that volume down. That's what the brother going into. Daughters of music shall be brought low. Yeah. Which, like the aunt said, is twofold. It covers all bases. Because literally, you're gonna have these musicians and Lil Waynes of the world. You're not gonna be hearing that. But at the same time, you're not gonna hear the real song. The Lord talking about the real song over here, man. Yep, so go ahead. You got something else?
That's it.
Yeah, you got something?
Lord shut the door.
Yeah, go ahead, bring it up. Beautiful. That's it.
Yeah, this is Genesis chapter 7. And I started at verse 15. It says, and they went in unto Noah into the ark, 2 and 2 of all flesh, wherein is the breath of life.
Yeah, it's the breath of life, which is this knowledge. See that? Go ahead.
And they went in, male and female of all flesh.
Oh, and how did they go in? By way of the internet. I know it was somebody give me that Joe real quick. Give me that Joe. You are being brought back into this house. You've been brought into this ark by way of the internet. See, the Lord is about drama. The Lord could have easily had it where everybody was in one region. No, the Lord scattered us so it could be a dramatic work.
That's right.
It could be, dramatics to these theatrics, man. So yeah, go ahead, Up.
Yeah, according to the book of Job, 39 and verse 9, it says, "With the unicorn, be willing to serve thee,
Let's talk about the internet, where the unicorn be willing to serve thee. Go ahead.
or abide by thy crib.
Or abide by thy crib. Read.
Canst thou bind the unicorn with his band in the furrow?
Mhm.
Or will he harrow the valleys after thee?
Read.
Wilt thou trust in him? Wilt thou trust him?
Well, will you trust him? Okay. Meaning what? You trust in what's on display through the internet, which is this knowledge. Will you trust what's being presented to you? When we tell you that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, you got to trust that. That's how you trust in your how about smell side. Yep, go ahead, Up.
It says, wilt thou trust him because his strength is great? Or
Read.
wilt thou leave thy labor to him?
Yep, go ahead.
It says, wilt thou believe him that he will bring thee home? It's like it kind of, it says, Job 39 and 12, it says, wilt thou believe him that he will bring home thy seed
See? Go ahead.
and gather it into thy barn?
And what's that barn? The house of David.
That's it.
So would you believe him that the Lord is going to use this internet and primarily YouTube as the instrument and vehicle to bring home the seed into the barn? That's the vehicle that the Lord chose to bring us back. Just heard that?
This is Genesis 7 and 16, and they
The
went in.
ark.
God,
The ark looked like a barn.
God.
Ark looked like a barn, man. You ride by a barn and not think of the ark. A floating barn. And barns house animals. Hey, here. Go ahead, Ark.
It says, and they went in, male and female of all flesh, as the Most High commanded him, and Yahweh shut him in.
And Yahweh shut him in, meaning what? The Lord, the one who closed. Give me that real quick, Isaiah 26:20. Lord, we'll try to end up on it. They're not spirited. This is Yahweh Shot program, not ours. Overtime and all that. Lord say, look, that's it. That's spirit. We just go with the Lord. Say,
Yeah. That is Isaiah 26:20. Call my people, enter thou into thy chambers,
and did not that happen with Noah? Go ahead.
and shut thy doors about thee.
Yeah, and the Lord gonna shut the doors, Just like he shut in the time of Noah. And when the Lord shut that door, we can't let you in. There's nothing we can do. Oh, that's why the Lord said whatever door open, no man can open. Hey, so with that, anybody else got something? Hey, with that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, much due respect to the brothers out there laboring in his work, as well as you believers that subscribe to this truth as well. With that, shalom.
Shalom, DTA, Abad Babal.
Soon.
Demons and you monsters.
Monsters out there. Shalom.
Shalom.